It might not have been the best era for humanity, but it makes for some entertaining stories. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 medieval-themed TV shows.
You must kneel down.
For this list, we're looking at shows which are set sometime in the medieval era. That's roughly the 5th to the 15th centuries, but we're being a little loose in terms of exact years.
Whose blood was it?
I think it was mine.
As long as the show has a medieval theme, it's eligible. Fantasy is accepted, but miniseries are excluded.
Your Majesty.
Number 10, Marco Polo.
Marco, trust this, be silent. I am the son, be silent.
A series launched by Netflix, Marco Polo sees the titular historic Venetian explorer in the court of Kublai Khan, the legendary Mongolian ruler.
Lord Kublai, please accept our remorse.
Originally commissioned for Stars before being picked up by Netflix, the show's production values are outstanding.
The richest, most powerful king on the face of this earth. The great Kublai Khan.
All $90 million of its first season budget are on full and beautiful display.
A faith with designs on our kingdom.
I know nothing of that. But I do believe you have designs of the Vatican.
Though its reviews aren't all glowing, Marco Polo captures the time period and setting perfectly, giving viewers a realistic glimpse into medieval China.
You wish to gather southern China into one indomitable force and gird them for the final unification.
Filmed in the style of big-screen classic epics, this show provides fantastic fun and has proven popular with Netflix viewers.
I find it exquisite.
Number 9, The Adventures of Robin Hood.
It's Master Robin.
Most of us weren't even born when this show aired, but it made quite an impact in its day.
I can see I stayed away too long.
The show was insanely popular, averaging 32 million viewers a week in both the United States and the United Kingdom.
Robin of Locksley is dead. He was killed in the Holy Land.
That's a staggering number, especially for the 1950s, when TVs were still a new and expensive commodity.
What a cowardly pair of heels he showed.
The series follows the adventures of Robin Hood, an outlaw who steals from the rich and gives to the poor in 12th century England.
My name is Robin of Locksley.
It inspired tons of popular merchandise and helped the character remain relevant into the 21st century, as seen on the popular BBC series Robin Hood.
Will you tolerate this injustice? I, for one, will not.
Number 8, Reign.
We might never be back on Scottish soil, not if it all works out and Mary reigns here.
Reign is the CW's contribution to the historical drama genre.
I don't know if I'm ready.
To leave here or marry the future King of France?
Both.
Set in the 1500s, it follows Mary, Queen of Scots during the years she lived in France.
If you're ever going to be the Queen of France, you need to understand something. Kings do not answer to their wives.
While critics have been quick to condemn the show for its lack of historical accuracy, they admit that it's fun to watch.
To those watching, it will look as though France has choked to death.
The soap opera-like storylines and coming-of-age setup make for good drama.
No more children, no more sacrifices, and the slaughter of innocents ends here.
It can't end.
As much a teenage development show as it is a look at medieval France, Reign mixes historical figures with quality storytelling and a great setting.
Thank you for taking the time to bring me news of my husband. I'm sure it can't have been easy. Good day to you, Laith, and good luck.
Number 7, Merlin.
A boy that will in time father a legend.
Merlin's beard, this was a good show.
I'm Merlin. Who this, son? Yes.
Introduced in 2008 by the BBC, the story followed a young Merlin and King Arthur in Camelot, a city where magic is forbidden, which compels Merlin to keep his magical powers under wraps.
I'm Guinevere, but most people call me Gwen. I'm the Lady Morgana's maid.
Right. I'm Merlin.
It was an original concept, as the show reimagined the characters in the famous story as much younger in age.
Your gift, Merlin, was given to you for a reason.
The choice was well received, as the show drew great ratings and critical acclaim over its 4-year run.
It has been a privilege to have known you, young Warlock. The story we have been a part of will live long in the minds of men.
Number 6. Da Vinci's Demons.
Gentlemen, Leonardo da Vinci.
A combination of history and fantasy, this show presents a fictional account of the early life of Leonardo da Vinci as he gets entangled in various political plots.
My name is Leonardo da Vinci. Perhaps you've heard of me.
Premiering on the cable station Starz in 2013, the show received good reviews from critics and has been praised for its entertainment value and energy.
Search for the Book of Leaves. Fate has chosen you, Leonardo.
Da Vinci's Demons is created by acclaimed screenwriter David S. Goyer, story writer for The Dark Knight, among other successful films.
I am told you are my notary's bastard son.
He quite successfully brings the vitality and intensity of his films to the small screen.
A bastard of the highest order.
Ah! Drink up, everybody, and then get back to work. We've got a Columbina to build.
Number 5. The Borgias.
Borgia, Your Holiness.
A short but sweet Showtime series, the show chronicles the rise of the historic Borgia family to the top of the Roman Catholic Church hierarchy.
Cardinal Borgia.
My Lord Cardinal.
The show stars Jeremy Irons, in exceptional form as Rodrigo Borgia, who eventually became Pope Alexander VI.
His Holiness, Pope Alexander Sextus.
The show drew acclaim from critics, but it was eventually cancelled due to high budgetary costs.
But as Pope, I'm Rodrigo Borgia no longer.
And sadly, the proposed series finale script was never filmed.
And so I shall fight you. To the end, and beyond that if need be, with any means at my disposal.
However, it was sold as an ebook, a testament to the fan base and dedication the show acquired over its run.
It is all in God's hands. Good night, my lord.
Number 4. The Tutors.
There's only one way to reach the king's ear, and that is through the good offices of Cardinal Wolsey.
Created by Michael Hurst, a prominent historical fiction screenwriter, The Tutors chronicled the life of King Henry VIII of England and his many wives in the 16th century.
Henry, sweetheart, husband.
Although the series often departed from history for entertainment purposes, it was praised for its production values and its performances, particularly that of breakout star Natalie Dormer as Anne Boleyn.
Who are you?
Anne Boleyn.
The series premiere was Showtime's highest rated in 3 years, proof of the popularity that the show and its historical subject had with the public.
Now, how would you feel about that?
Number 3. The Blackadder.
All is revealed in this, the first chapter of a history never before told. The history of the Blackadder.
A comedy series written by and starring Rowan Atkinson. The show's plot revolved around an alternate history in which King Henry III won the Battle of Bosworth Field, but is assassinated.
My lord, wouldn't something like the Blackadder sound better?
No.
Subsequently, his son Edmund, also known as the Blackadder, becomes Richard IV and tries to overtake the throne.
After all, who has the fastest brain in the land?
Prince Edmund, Duke of Edinburgh.
The series hilariously covered many facets of medieval Britain, including witchcraft and the Crusades, and its high budget made for some convincing costumes and settings.
Correct. And one of those things is?
Best not mentioned, really.
Blending history and comedy proved to be a winning formula, and the show is still hilarious today.
But I thought...
Only one of you has to be a virgin?
Number 2. Vikings.
Ragnar.
In terms of its time period, this is chronologically the earliest entry on this list. Vikings follows possibly historic, likely mythological Norse hero Ragnar Lothbrok, as he becomes famous for his invasions into England and France in the late 8th century.
Bjorn, son of Ragnar.
The show was created and written by Michael Hurst, creator of The Tutors, and depicts the early Viking era in all its violent and depraved glory.
A time to kill, and a time to heal.
Lauded for its performances and its beautiful cinematography, The show's captivating story and beautiful scenery make it truly memorable.
I will fight with you against my brother.
Before we look at our top pick, here are some honorable mentions.
Tell him Xena says hello.
Number 1, Game of Thrones.
He won't be a boy forever. And winter is coming.
Other series on this list include real historical figures and events.
The things I do for love.
This is the only one with completely original stories and characters.
This is the payment that was demanded by King Stannis for my crimes. I consider it an honest accounting.
Based on George R.R. Martin's Song of Ice and Fire novels, it follows a group of families and schemers as they try to claim the Iron Throne.
If you told the king both our heads were skewered in the city gates by now, whatever John Arryn knew or didn't know, it died with him.
With stellar production values, Game of Thrones attracted record-breaking viewers for HBO and has since become a pop culture phenomenon.
No one is raping me.
It has been praised by critics, especially for its acting, with Peter Dinklage winning both an Emmy and a Golden Globe.
I did not kill Joffrey, but I wish that I had.
The show is noteworthy for presenting the medieval age in all its filthy and violent glory.
And I know I'll get no justice here, so I will let the gods decide my fate.
Do you agree with our list?
I think we've made some real progress here today.
What's your favorite medieval-themed TV show?
And what are you? But a puffed-up porkling of the popes?
My lord.
For more exciting top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
So farewell, Edna. You'll be seeing me later.